The American Angus Association and its board of directors pursued a long-range strategic planning process in 2016 to pioneer a new era of progress and grow the already dominant position of the Angus breed and brand. Angus CEO Alan Michigamba unveiled the long-range plan to association members during the recent Angus convention in Indianapolis, Indiana. Key points call for the establishment of the Genomic Education Center, a multi-use facility that will expand the association's headquarters in St. Joseph, Missouri, and its capabilities to conduct research, share information, and impact the entire beef industry. Here's what members of the association's board of directors had to say about the plan.
We brought in outside representatives from all facets of our industry, whether it's the commercial cattlemen, the feeding sector, allied industry, and we've got their opinions to figure, to see where they thought this industry was going and tried to implement it with the direction that we think that the American Angus Association needs to go.
We had the opportunity to meet with many different segments of the beef cattle industry and got their inputs and the good things and the bad things that maybe we could improve on.
Well, I think a lot of the inputs centered around the past success of the American Angus Association, and no one can argue with that success, and we can celebrate that success. But maybe more importantly is looking forward. What will we look like in 3 years, in 5 years, maybe more importantly in 25 years.
We have to be innovative, we have to look forward, we have to be willing to do what it takes to stay out in front.
And the board of directors and key staff members started to digest all the information. It made for one of the most productive discussions of where we need to go.
One of the things that we consistently heard from the panels that we had, the surveys that we did with membership and those kinds of things was that not only was Angus the leader within the beef industry, but that we were expected to be the leader.
The industry that we're in is not the industry that my granddad was in, it's not the industry that my dad was in. Actually, it's not even the industry that I was in when I started in this thing 30 years ago. And so we're gonna have to begin to adjust and we're gonna have to begin to change as technology changes, and we're going to have to be adept with that technology and use it to the best benefit of the breed.
Regardless of what people are doing in the registered Angus business, and obviously we have members that register 1 to members that register 1,000, but our whole industry is dependent upon the commercial industry. They utilize our seed stock, and it's our job to provide seed stock that's going to work in that industry and obviously put a better product to the American consumer, and really with certified Angus beef, the entire world is our market.
It's imperative that we not only take this plan, that we move with it, that in 10 years and 20 years down the road that we can look back and see that maybe we made some decisions that moved the association on down the road. Years ago, CAB was one of these decisions that the boards made, and look what it's done.
As leaders of our association, I think it's important to us to ensure that it can be good to our children and our grandchildren in the future, and I think it can.
Visit angus.org to access the long-range strategic plan in its entirety. When we return, we travel to Sunny Slope Angus in southeastern Minnesota. We'll be back after this.